Hello and welcome to VectorPro 9.2. If you're upgrading to 9.2, you should really pair it with firmware version 3.2.2. When you're upgrading the firmware and the software, please take all precautions. Upgrading firmware may also trigger an ELS firmware upgrade, but if you're in any doubts, please contact technical support who will be able to assist you. First feature we're going to look at is the new dual axis feature. So I'm just creating a new test here. And I'm choosing the direction. And now I'm going over to my custom axis. You can see now there's this additional button and we turn it on. And we have our third axis availability. So I can now choose up to 3 axes that I want to display. And I can do this multiple times and add in different axes. So I'll get a 3-axis version for my test. And when I've done that, I can just say OK. Next thing we'll do is we'll edit the test and set up our operations. You'll notice also from previous versions that we've now moved the break detection section. It was in the specimen section and now it's moved to the operations section. That's a slight change on the view. The toolbox as well, we've added a feature into the toolbox with an auto collapse. So when you open up the sections and you open up the next section, it collapses the previous section just to make it a little bit more user friendly when you're using it. So what we'll do now is we can create our test. I'm going to put in a touch on and then I'm going to go to a target displacement. And then we'll follow that up with returning to our home position. And now we'll just edit our values that we need for our different setups and our target displacement. And once we've done that, we'll be ready to start a test. And we'll start our test and see what we get with our new axis. You can see here I've got load versus displacement versus stress on this axis, which gives us our new 3-axis domain made from the custom axis. Our test is finished. Now we can go back and we can look at the other axis that I created. So any custom axis you make will be available on the side here. You can switch between them. Now we'll go in and have a look at the test that we just did, the actual test results, to look at another feature. So you'll notice a new button at the top here. Now this gives you the ability to replay, and we've got lots of different speeds of replay available. The play button, if we hit the play button, we'll play that back ×1, so we're doing it in real time. But you do have the option on here to use the different settings, the different speed settings, to make it play a lot faster if you want. There's the ×16, and we'll do a ×4. So that's replaying the test itself. There's a record button on here as well, and that will record the test and save it as a video, and it will be saved in your root directory. We can also send this to someone with a record and email. So I'll hit the record and email, it's recorded the video, it is saved in your root directory, and now using the cloud we can email that to somebody. Just put in the email address, I can send it. And as before, when you're exporting, it will send you a link via the cloud that you can click on to go and view it. Now we'll have a look. I've got a copy of a test that somebody sent to me. This is the export from the cloud, and I've got the link there I can click on, and it'll open up in my HTML browser. You can see my test. I can scroll down and look at all the components of the test, the actual test itself, and I have the usual import export buttons available for this test. Now with the video I can press play and see a replay of the actual test that was done. And those are the new features of VectorPro version 9.2. Thank you.